Mr. Sergeant at Arms.
All persons not entitled to privileges of the floor under the rules of the Senate must now vacate the chamber.
Please rise for the invocation by Elder Nathan Craig, Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, guest of the Senator from Christian, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we are grateful for this day and for the beautiful spring weather that's upon us. Father, we're grateful to gather as thy sons and daughters in this Senate chamber. Father, I ask thee to watch over them and bless them, that as they make decisions regarding the good of the Commonwealth, that the spirit of brotherhood will preside, that they will be strong in their convictions, but to be able to do thy will and do the will of the citizens of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Father, please bless their families if they're away from them, that they will know that they are loved and that they're being watched over. Father, we're grateful for the gift of thy Son, for his atoning sacrifice. And we ask thee these things, that thou will bless this chamber to make the decisions that they need to in the spirit of brotherhood and camaraderie, and leave this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
See you again. Keep Craig straight. Please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong. Senator Clemens. Senator Deneen. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens. Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemes. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers.
Here.
Senator Storm. Senator Thomas. Senator Tishner. Senator Webb. Senator West. Senator Wheeler. Senator Williams. Senator Wilson. Senator Wise.
Carpenter's here. Any member seeking recognition for the purpose of answering the roll? Seeing none, there being 36 members present, a quorum is declared. The Senate is authorized and prepared to do business. First order of business would be excuse of absent senator. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that the absent senators be excused, please.
Without objection, the absent senators are excused. Next order of business would be approval of the journal. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that the journal from Monday, March 9th, 2026 be approved as written.
Without objection, the journal from Monday, March 9th, 2026 is approved as written. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, thank you. We thank all those that are watching live on KET, as well as live streaming our proceedings of today, or maybe watching in the annex from the viewing room as we conduct day 43 of the 60-day legislative session, Mr. President. And with that, I want to thank again all of our viewers that are tuning in to watch us.
Thank you, Senator from Taylor. Chair would recognize the Senator from Grayson. Introduction of a guest.
Thank you, Mr. President. Happy 43rd Legislative Day. The Clerk of the House is here to communicate with our Senate.
Madam Clerk.
Mr. President, the House has passed House Bills 227, 314, the governor's veto notwithstanding, 667, 669, 677, 685, 713, 759, and respectfully request concurrence of this honorable body. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next order of business would be second reading of bills on the calendar. There is no need. Next order of business would be report of committees. Mr. Clerk, please report.
The Agriculture Committee has met and reports House Bill 56 should pass as consent. House Bill 111 should pass as consent. House Bill 281 should pass as consent. The Banking and Insurance Committee has met and reports Senate Bill 97 should pass with Senate Committee Sub 1. House Bill 3 should pass as consent. House Bill 184 should pass as consent. House Bill 355 should pass as consent with Senate Committee Sub 1. The Families and Children Committee has met and reports House Bill 6 should pass. House Joint Resolution 50 should pass. Licensing and Occupations Committee has met and reports Senate Bill 223 should pass with Senate Committee Sub 1. House Bill 45 should pass as consent. House Bill 48 should pass as consent. House Bill 459 should pass with Senate Committee Sub 1. House Bill 470 should pass with Senate Committee Sub 1 and the Senate Committee Title Amendment 1. That's it.
Mr. Clerk, does that conclude your report? Those bills and resolutions, if any resolutions, receiving favorable committee reports shall be considered as having their first reading and now be ordered to be placed upon the calendar. Next order of business would be introduction of new resolutions. Do you have any resolutions, Mr.? Please report.
Senate Resolution 155, a resolution adjourning the Senate in honor and loving memory of Denise Lane Denise Hamilton. Senator none. Senate Resolution 156, resolution adjourning the Senate in honor and loving memory of the life and sacrifice of Staff Sergeant Benjamin Pennington, who paid the ultimate price in service to our nation. Senator Deneen.
Are those your two resolutions?
It is.
All right, thank you, sir. Next order of business would be orders of the day. Senator from Taylor. I believe you have a motion.
I do, Mr. President. Mr. President, first, before we get into the orders, I move that House Bill 314 be taken from the Rules Committee and placed in the orders of the day for consideration of the governor's veto.
The matter for the body is to bring the House Bill 314 into the veto orders of the day. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Ayes have it. Senator from Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. President. And with that, Mr. President, I move that House Bill 314 be taken from its place in the orders of the day for consideration of the governor's veto and motion related thereto.
Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report House Bill 314.
Veto override of House Bill 314.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move for passage of House Bill 314, the veto of the governor notwithstanding.
The matter before the body is final passage of House Bill 314, the veto of the governor notwithstanding. Body will stand at ease. Senator from Jefferson 33. Speak on the motion.
Correct, Mr. President. I rise in support of the governor's veto of House Bill 314. This bill dismantles the Kentucky Communications Network Authority Board and significantly strips the governor of appointment authority, removing key executive branch officials who are responsible for agencies that rely on this statewide network. The governor is charged by our Constitution with executing the laws of the Commonwealth, and Kentucky courts have already raised serious concerns with previous legislative attempts to limit that authority. Passing legislation like this, while those issues are still being litigated, only risks further constitutional conflict and costly legal battles. This board oversees critical communications infrastructure in our Commonwealth. Restructuring it in this way, especially while related legal disputes are ongoing, could weaken our ability to hold contractors accountable and protect taxpayers' dollars. For those reasons, I urge the body to sustain the governor's veto. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Senator from Boone, 20.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I would like to note that the governor doesn't have any appointments currently under the existing law. They're just all ex officio officers that are on that board. And all those officers are creatures and created by this General Assembly, okay? They're not appointees. I'd further like to point out that House Bill 314 gives students, teachers, broadband users, as well as state and local government users a seat on the Kentucky Wired Board. That's what we did. We gave the users of the network a seat on the board. 80% of the traffic on Kentucky Wired Network currently comes from Kentucky schools. That's why teachers and students are represented by the Chief Information Officer of the Kentucky Department of Education as the board chair. He's very concerned about those students. It puts the Commonwealth Office of Technology, the governor's agency that manages every other state network, in control of Kentucky Wired's daily operations. Saying that the structure set up by Governor Beshear's father is costing more than planned while delivering less than expected is a significant understatement. HB 314 is needed to reduce losses until the Kentucky auditor finishes their audit of the Kentucky Wired Network and provides this legislature, this General Assembly, with the direction we need to know how to proceed in the future. I urge that we override passage of the override.
Is final passage the veto of the governor notwithstanding? Seeing no other person seeking recognition, Madam Clerk, please call the roll. An aye vote is to override the veto.
Senator Berg. No. Senator Boswell. Aye. Senator Carpenter. Aye. Senator Carroll. Aye. Senator Chambers Armstrong. No. Senator Clemens. No. Senator Deneen. Aye. Senator Douglas. Aye. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Aye. Senator Girdler. Aye. Senator Givens. Senator Herron. No. Senator Higdon. Aye. Senator Howell. Aye. Senator Maiden. Aye. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Aye. Senator McDaniel. Aye. Senator Meredith. Aye. Senator Mills. Aye. Senator Neal. No. Senator Nemus. Aye. Senator Nunn. Aye. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Aye. Senator Richardson. Aye. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers. Aye. Senator Storm. Aye. Senator Thomas. No. Senator Tishner. Senator Webb. Aye. Senator West. Senator Wheeler. Aye. Senator Williams. Aye. Senator Wilson. Aye. Senator Wise. Aye.
Change or explain their vote. There being 32 yeas, 6 nays. House Bill 314 is finally passed. Veto of the governor notwithstanding. Senator from Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. President. If we could display the regular orders.
Madam Clerk, can we get those displayed? Senator Taylor, they are displayed.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 133 be taken from its, Senate Bill 133 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title only, and placed upon its passage.
Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report Senate Bill 133.
Senate Bill 133, an act relating to the fiscal reporting of local entities. Senator Nunn.
Senator from Taylor.
President, I yield to the Senator from Scott for explanation of the bill.
Senator from Scott.
Thank you, Mr. President. Will you please have the clerk report Senate Committee Substitute 1, please?
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Committee Substitute 1.
Senate Committee Sub 1 to Senate Bill 133.
Senator from Scott.
Move for adoption, Mr. President.
Matter for the body is adoption of the committee substitute. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Senate Committee Substitute number 1 is adopted. Senator from Scott.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 133 was born, you could say, in Scott County, and it just occurred to me about 10 minutes ago. It kind of centered around baseball. I was having a meeting with our Scott County Schools principal, middle school principal, where my son attends, and it wasn't about his behavior. It was about a project that she's working on and wanted my input on. Her husband, who I played vintage baseball with, came to the meeting, and he and I played vintage baseball. It's old man baseball. We played by the 1860s rules, which means we use no gloves. He plays shortstop. His nickname is Bucky, and I play first base. My nickname is Cornbread. So anyways, we were talking, and at the end of, when Kelly and I got done talking, Bucky mentioned to me about the burdensome audit requirements that he has as our Parks and Recs Department director. And he talked about the expense that it takes, the labor involved, but more importantly, he's having a harder and harder time finding an audit firm to conduct the audits. And so he's almost out of compliance every year trying to find the audit firm to do that. And I said, well, that sounds like a problem. I'm going to look into it. Less than a week later, I'm at the ball field again with my son's team, and I run into our health department executive director, and she's sharing the same types of concerns. And so I said, well, I definitely need to look into this. And so I set about having a bill drafted, and once I had the first draft, I took it to the auditor's office. I wouldn't dream of making changes like this without the auditor's approval. And as soon as I did, they shared a bunch of other concerns with me. So this bill grew from there. But essentially what this bill does is it streamlines the audit requirements for special purpose government entities so that we can be more efficient with taxpayer dollars. And with that, Mr. President, I will yield for questions.
You are yielding to questions. There are no questions. Are you asking for a motion on the bill?
I'll make a motion for passage of Senate Bill 133 as amended by Senate Committee Substitute 1.
The matter for the body is passage of Senate Bill 133 as amended. Seeing no one seeking recognition, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong. Senator Clemens. Senator Deneen. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens. Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemes. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers. Senator Storm. Senator Thomas. Senator Tishner. Senator Webb. Senator West. Senator Wheeler. Senator Williams. Senator Wilson. Senator Wise.
Senator Mary Anderson, aye. Seeing no other person seeking recognition to change or explain their vote, there being 38 yeas, no nays, Senate Bill 133 as amended is passed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I do want to make members aware of Rule 22 of decorum of members, and with that, no senator shall designate another senator by name. That also would be by nickname, so there's no calling the senator from Scott Cornbread on the Senate floor for the remainder of the session. And not even Senator Cornbread. Mr. President, with that, I move for Senate Bill 219 to be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title only, and placed upon its passage.
Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report Senate Bill 219.
Senate Bill 219, an act relating to deferred deposit transaction fees imposed by the Commissioner. Senator Howell.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I yield to the Senator from Callaway for explanation of the bill.
Senator from Callaway.
Thank you, Mr. President. Speak briefly on the bill. Senate Bill 219 governs the database fee for the payday loan industry. A number of years ago, we set this as an amount up to $3 per transaction. This bill would set it and forget it at $3 to avoid the commissioner from having to write 10 months worth of regs to do a pay increase on this. It does not increase the overall amount that is charged, but it does set the fee at $3 for regulating of this industry. If there are no questions, I move for passage of Senate Bill 219.
The matter before the body is passage of Senate Bill 219. Seeing no one seeking recognition, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong. Senator Clemens. Senator Janine. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens. Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays-Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemes. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers.
Aye.
Senator Storm. Senator Thomas. Senator Tishner. Senator Webb. Senator West. Senator Wheeler. Senator Williams. Senator Wilson. Senator Wise.
He's got it. We got it. Seeing no persons seeking recognition to change or explain their vote, and there being 38 yeas, no nays, Senate Bill 219 is passed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Bill 226 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title only, and placed upon its passage.
Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report Senate Bill 226.
Senate Bill 226, an act relating to pre-need burial contracts.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I yield to the Senator from Clark for explanation of the bill.
Senator from Clark.
Speak on the bill, Mr. President. Mr. President, colleagues on the floor, I'm reminded of something I heard a pastor say one time when addressing his congregation. He said, "I don't know where you're going, but you can't stay here." So as we think about where we are going when the end of life comes about us, Senate Bill 226 addresses the administrative fees that would be collected in a pre-need burial contract. These contracts, it's important to note, are regulated and monitored by the Attorney General's office. When one enters into a pre-need burial contract, they're paying today for a funeral in the future. And we do that often so that our loved ones don't have to make these choices in difficult times. So when a pre-need burial contract is entered into, the purchaser may pay 100% of the fee immediately, or they may make the payment in installments. So in other words, if you have a $10,000 funeral, you may make $20, $50, $500 payments. The administrative fee would be collected once the final payment is made for this pre-need contract. It could not be collected before that, Mr. President. So Senate Bill 226 only allows funeral directors to collect their administrative fee once the pre-need burial contract is paid for in full. With that, Mr. President, I move for passage of Senate Bill 226.
The matter for the body is passage of Senate Bill 226. Seeing no one seeking recognition, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg, Senator Boswell, Senator Carpenter, Senator Carroll, Senator Chambers Armstrong, Senator Clemens, Senator Deneen, Senator Douglas, Senator Elkins, Senator Funky Fromeyer, Senator Girdler, Senator Givens, Senator Herron, Senator Higdon, Senator Howell, Senator Maiden, Senator Mays Bledsoe, Senator McDaniel, Senator Meredith, Senator Mills, Senator Neal, Senator Nemes, Senator Nunn, Senator Rocky Adams, Senator Rawlings, Senator Reed, Senator Richardson, Senator Smith, Senator Stivers, Senator Storm, Senator Thomas, Senator Tishner, Senator Webb, Senator West, Senator Wheeler, Senator Williams, Senator Wilson, Senator Wise.
Reed's an aye vote. Reed is an aye. Carpenter's an aye. All members having voted, there being 38 yeas, no nays, Senate Bill 226 is passed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Bill 343 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title only, and placed upon its passage.
Mr. Clerk, if you would please report Senate Bill 343.
Senate Bill 343, an act relating to the Department of Workers' Claims and declaring an emergency. Senator Wheeler.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I yield to the Senator from Pike for explanation of the bill.
Senator from Pike.
Thank you, Senator Taylor. Could you please have the clerk report Senate Floor Amendment 1 to Senate Bill 343?
Mr. Clerk, if you would please report Senate Floor Amendment number 1.
Senate Floor Amendment 1 to Senate Bill 343.
Senator from Pike.
Speak on the bill, Mr. President.
On the bill or the amendment?
On the amendments, Your Honor.
Please proceed.
Senate Floor Amendment 1 just makes some clarifications to the underlying bill, Senate Bill 343. Specifically, it states that not more than 50% of the funds collected by the Workers' Compensation Funding Commission can be utilized for activities other than funding the Kentucky Department of Workers' Claims. It also specifies that the commissioner shall be the person who presents the budget for the Workers' Compensation Funding Commission, so that he will be able to, he has the most knowledge to accurately break down what parts of the agencies funded by that money would need funding. So with that being said, I would move for adoption of Senate Floor Amendment 1 to Senate Bill 343, Mr. President.
The matter for the body is adoption of Senate Floor Amendment number 1. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Senate Floor Amendment number 1 is adopted. Senator from Pike.
Speak to the bill, Mr. President.
Please continue.
Senate Bill 343 is actually a piece of legislation that seeks to preserve what in many ways is a model for workers' compensation that's been adopted by multiple states throughout the United States that began right here in Kentucky. The Kentucky Department of Workers' Claims, as well as some unfunded liabilities from the past, are funded by a special fund tax that goes to the operation of that agency. And those agencies include the Department of Workers' Claims, which manages the adjudication of workers' compensation claims in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Kentucky OSHA, that manages workplace safety, the Wage and Hour Enforcement Division, as well as the Kentucky Uninsured Employers Fund, which pays claims for which there is no insurance in place. The system was set up in 1987 and has been adopted, I think, in 27 states since that time. What Senate Bill 343 seeks to do is extend the special fund assessment in order to continue funding that the Department of Workers' Claims and other agencies after the liabilities of the special fund are considered fully funded actuarially in 2029. So what this does is it basically lets the folks that are utilizing the system to adjudicate these claims pay for the system. It also will continue to pay for legacy claims, which will get lower over time, and this assessment will go down. But it preserves a model system, and it also places the commissioner of the Department of Workers' Claims over his own agency, reporting to the governor's office. That person is confirmed by the Senate and is a person experienced in workers' compensation claims and administration, and is the most appropriate person that is there to manage that department and manage these funds. So essentially it preserves a thing that is working. And with that, Mr. President, I would move for passage of Senate Bill 343 as amended by Senate Floor Amendment 1.
The matter for the body is passage of Senate Bill 343 as amended. Seeing no one seeking recognition, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong. Senator Clemens. Senator Deneen. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funke Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens. Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemes. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers. Senator Storm. Senator Thomas. Senator Tishner. Senator Webb. Senator West. Senator Wheeler. Senator Williams. Senator Wilson. Senator Wise.
Any member seeking recognition to cast, change, or explain their vote? It appears all members wishing to vote have voted. Seeing no other members seeking recognition, there being 37 yea votes, no nay votes, Senate Bill 343 as amended is passed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Bill 6 be taken from its place in the orders of the day and read for the third time by title only and placed upon its passage.
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Bill 6.
Senate Bill 6, an act relating to the Endowed Research Fund, making an appropriation therefore and declaring an emergency. Senator Stivers.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I yield to the Senator from Clay for explanation of the bill.
Clay, you're recognized for the purpose of action on Senate Bill 6.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the body. Senate Bill 6 is a continuation from Senate Bill 1 of 2024. In 2024, I believe we unanimously passed through both bodies the structure that would create 5 separate tranches of funding pools for the purpose of the CPE looking at and developing a process that would require at least 2 universities to come together to seek the principle, the interest off of the principle of what is being done today in Senate Bill 6. The way this would work is that the monies would be deposited, the CPE would invest. It should generate about a 5 to 6% interest per year, in which then that would go to the respective entity or entities that would then do as in Senate Bill 1 of 24 defines as cutting edge research to to be reviewed and looked at for a period of 5 years. And it could continue, it could cease, it may actually come to the end if something happens, but this is the ability to fund these 5 tranches. Each would receive $30 million. It would generate about $1.5 million a year, and the applications that would be submitted to the CPE would be under their purview to review. Now, since Senate Bill 1 and Senate Bill 6 have been filed, I've been on the phone or in person with many of the universities, outside entities. Actually, today, myself and the senator from Campbell met with the group who was interested in this. And you just think of the possibilities. You know, we have led in many instances, this Senate, in putting out things that would create research dynamics. 2 years ago, we earmarked $300,000 for the Stem Cell Research Foundation. That foundation leveraged that money up to $3 million for the purposes of placing stem cells on the International Space Station to see how they would grow in a weightless environment. I'm not really young, but I'd use the word, that sounds kind of cool, you know, to think what that would do. Other things they're doing in this realm, and I'm using this as just one example, in this realm is that the first year the Craft Academy was in existence, they did something similar as well. So can you see that a Morehead State University, in conjunction with the University of Kentucky, comes and makes an application, maybe with Space Tango from Fayette County, to put research on an international space station that may lead to cures for Alzheimer's or cancer. Think about if the University of Kentucky and its agrarian mission, being our flagship university and its designation by the federal government, partnered with Murray, who has the Breathitt Veterinary Center, and does something for enhancing farm livestock. Maybe Eastern works with the University of Louisville, and because of aviation, they bring in a third partner like Boeing that wants to see how there is some development, since we are such a large steel and aluminum producer, of making a lighter weight, more strengthened aluminum for the purpose of aviation. This is only limited by the money we give it and the imagination of the people who want to present to the CPE. So I know this is a big ask. It'll generate about $7 to $8 million a year to be divided between these research entities. But maybe the most significant thing about this is how dollars can be leveraged, because one of the universities says they feel they could already get a commitment to leverage this 10 times. So $1.5 million being leveraged to $15 million in research. And what does that do for our economy of bringing in the new young talent that is in this realm that looks to be the researchers of the future, which the future may be next year. And as fast as we acquire information and technology expands, that future is coming even quicker than most of us will ever want to admit, especially when you're my age. But with that, Mr. President, Senate Bill 6 is the funding component of Senate Bill 1 from 2024. And if there are any questions, I would gladly receive them. If there are not, I would move passage for Senate Bill 6.
The motion before the body is on passage of Senate Bill 6. Any member seeking recognition to speak on the motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll. Oh, I'm sorry. Madam Clerk, hold that. Senator from Jefferson, 33. I'm still looking for members to stand, and you're following the rules. Thank you, sir.
Boy, what an acknowledgement.
Speak on the motion, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. I thank you for that. I rise in support of Senate Bill 6. I rose in support of Senate Bill 1 because I recognized at that time that that was not only forward-looking, but it also anticipated what we had to do now to be where we wanted to be later on. So this is really exciting. The senator did mention his age. I'm concerned about his age, but outside of that, I'm not concerned about this ask because I think this puts us in a position to invest in our future. And I like to say this all the time, as my dad used to tell me when I was 14, if you want something to happen, you have to do those things to make it happen. And I think this is one of the things that gets us there. This is forward-looking. It's going to put us in a position to be competitive in ways we don't even know now. And that point made about the way technology is moving exponentially fast really calls upon this action right here. Because if we don't, we're going to miss opportunities that we can't even perceive or conceive at this point in time. So I commend the senator from Clay for this forward-looking and urge all parties to support, our senators to support this legislation.
Thank you, sir. Senator from Campbell to speak on the motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to acknowledge the excitement that I have around passing Senate Bill 6 today, and my support, of course. When I look at the work that the senator from Clay, he encourages us to don't limit your imagination to what these various tranches could possibly do. And we could think about some of the future of aviation. We had a very meaningful aviation task force over the interim, and some people said, oh, well, you could create some small modular flying vehicles and such. What great creativity, and we see what's happening out of Eastern Kentucky University and more innovation around aviation. But in Northern Kentucky, some of the excitement, we had 6 people around the table today. Well, one of them was a recent guest from Ohio that saw Kentucky did the first of its kind several years back that inspired Bexion to dig in a little deeper, and they planted some roots in Northern Kentucky and have grown a very meaningful biomedical center of excellence in that area. And then we've expanded on that with LifeSci KY. And this is just such an invitation. Now we need to get this research down the line and get some manufacturers in Kentucky that will actually produce what some of this excellent brain power is producing within Kentucky. So this Senate Bill 6 is further seed and seed money, but this is just a seed, and as we know, it takes additional inputs to really grow something meaningful. And I appreciate the work of the senator from Clay and know that we've all got something special in our Senate districts that could really benefit from this Senate Bill 6. And I encourage all members to dream big, invite people to Kentucky, and let's really do something special with this. Thank you, Mr. President.
Any other member seeking recognition to speak on the motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong. Senator Clemens. Senator Deneen. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens.
Aye.
Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemes. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers. Senator Storm. Senator Thomas. Senator Tishner. Senator Webb. Senator West. Senator Wheeler. Senator Williams. Senator Wilson. Senator Wise.
Any members seeking recognition to change or explain their vote? Seeing none, there being 38 yea votes, no nay votes, Senate Bill 6 is passed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Bill 262 be taken from its place in the orders of the day and read for the third time by title only and placed upon its passage.
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Bill 262.
Senate Bill 262, an act proposing an amendment to Section 256 of the Constitution of Kentucky relating to the submission of constitutional amendments to the voters. Senator Stivers.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I yield to the Senator from Clay for explanation of the bill.
Senator from Clay, you're recognized for the purpose of action on Senate Bill 262.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the body, Senate Bill 262 is fairly simple, but it has a lot of impact. It's a constitutional amendment. A little bit of history. Up until about 5 or 6 years ago, the Kentucky Constitution had always been amended by a ballot question. This is what this does, is clarify our Constitution that we can amend the Constitution by ballot question. Most states do it this way. But what has occurred a few years ago, when many of us were here in the body, or maybe the body on the other end of the building, there was a court challenge to the passage of Marsy's Law. Marsy's Law was done by a ballot question. The Supreme Court ruled that we had to have the full text of the change to the Constitution on the ballot, and it was struck down. We came back a year or two later. I think the senator from Christian, the then senator from Christian, was the sponsor of the same Marsy's Law, and it was placed on the ballot, and it was quite long. And individuals were like, well, we got to read this. What does this mean? There's no explanation. Some people in a rush. And so over the last several years, the full text based on this Supreme Court ruling and interpretation of the Constitution placed the full text on that, on the ballot. I want to give people some context. And the senator from Jefferson 19 and I could get in some real esoteric debates about constitutional law, except she teaches torts. When the Judicial Reform Act in the 70s was passed, that changed our judicial system, where you used to have the county judge executive, who in some instances may not even be a lawyer, did probate matters. It created district courts, our court of a circuit court. It did not create a family court. Then a court of appeals, who at that time was the highest court of the state, but then created a Supreme Court. The ballot language that would have been placed to do that, if it had been done on the ruling of this court, would have been, I've been told, 18 pages long. Now, does anybody think that people, the voters, are going to go in and read 18 pages and then vote on it? The question about family courts was quite extensive too, because we created family courts in the early 2000s. I sponsored the constitutional amendment. The gubernatorial succession and creating the ability to succeed yourself, which Governor Paul Patton was the first to do that, and that was in the late 90s, early 2000s, created the lieutenant governor, and it actually created the position of the Senate president, was quite long. So you can see how there are models that can work various ways, but this is why the ballot question, to me, is a more succinct way. But the language, if people want to see it, will be in places that they can go and read the language to see what the constitutional change will be. Now, I want to throw this out. I believe this is a good change, but I also tend to wonder if the courts declared the ballot initiative form of changing the Constitution unconstitutional, then does the Supreme Court even exist? Because if it was unconstitutional then, it was unconstitutional when the Supreme Court was created, because it was created by a ballot initiative, not the full text. So that's a explanation that might go into, as Senator from Henderson will say, people start zoning out. So it's probably time to stop talking about it. But with that, Mr. President, if there are no questions, but I would gladly accept them, I'd move passage of Senate Bill 262.
Motion for the body is on the passage of Senate Bill 262, a constitutional amendment requiring 23 votes or more. Any member seeking recognition to speak on the motion for passage? Seeing no one seeking to be recognized, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg.
Senator from Jefferson 26, please cast your vote first, then explain within the allotted time.
Thank you. I stand to explain my no vote. The concern is twofold, but basically, guys, if our constituents are going to vote on a constitutional amendment, they should have the amendment in front of them. And a summary just doesn't do it. I mean, that's why we actually look at the bills, guys. So thank you, but no, I trust my constituents to be able to read an amendment and decide for themselves if they like it or they don't. Thank you.
Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong.
Senator from Jefferson 19, please cast your vote and then explain within the allotted time.
May I explain my no vote, please, Mr.
Please
President?
proceed.
Thank you, sir. So when I look at the language of this, I certainly understand the intent, but there are some big holes that I think that are missing. Because it's only one sentence, I did not need a summary to understand this proposed constitutional amendment. But it simply says that on the ballot, we'll submit a summary that clearly and accurately states the substance and effect of the proposed amendment. And in my mind, I wonder then, what does clearly and accurately state the substance and effect of the proposed amendment mean? And who does that? And how do they do that? Because proponents and opponents of amendments might have very different summaries. And while it's very important that people are informed about what they're voting on and the impact of that, I believe that there's a role for folks who both favor and oppose amendments during the process to give their own versions of summaries of what an amendment does to the voters. I think I could probably get behind this proposed amendment if it spelled out that process, if there was an independent commission that looked at a bill and put forward a summary of bills that were over 10 pages or 15 pages. I will say I think the voters have shown us that they can understand long amendments. I believe Marcy's Law that the senator from Clay spoke about actually did pass the second time around, even though it was a lengthy amendment. So the voters have shown that they're capable of reading proposed amendments and processing complex information. And so for those reasons, I'm a no vote today. Thank you, sir.
Senator Clemens. Senator Deneen. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens.
Aye.
Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemes. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers.
Senator from Clay, please cast your vote and then explain.
I want to cast my aye vote and also make a little bit of a clarification. The way the ballot has always been done when it's been a ballot question is, and has always been and will be in this situation, defined and printed by the Attorney General's office. So you can go to their site, to which you can then read the language as would be placed in the Constitution. That's the way it was before Marcy's Law. That's the way it would be after the Marcy's Law decision. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Storm, Senator Thomas, Senator Tishner, Senator Webb, Senator West, Senator Wheeler, Senator Williams.
Senator from Boone 20, cast your vote first, then explain.
I would just like to point out when the current Supreme Court.
Senator, cast your vote first.
Aye.
Thank you.
I vote. Sorry. Point out that when the current Supreme Court in the early 80s was created by constitutional amendment, it was by a concise and clearly description. And I'm pretty sure if they'd put the whole amendment, it would have taken all week to vote. Okay, so they were created, and I think we can get a clear and concise statement. Thank you.
Senator Wilson, Senator Wise.
Any member seeking recognition to change or explain their vote? Seeing none, there being 32 yea votes, 6 nay votes, Senate Bill 262 is passed. Senator from Taylor.
With that, Mr. President, that concludes. Real quick, Mr. President, we got an enrollment committee meeting.
We do. That does conclude the orders of the day.
That does conclude the orders of the day, though.
Thank you, sir. Prior to our next order of business, it appears the Enrollment Committee has met. Senator from Scott.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Enrollment Committee has met and finds House Bill 314 in order and ready for your signature.
Chair is preparing to sign House Bill 314. Thank you. Appreciate your patience. Next order of business is a meeting of Rules Committee and Committee on Committees. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate recess for a meeting of the Rules Committee and the Committee on Committees at the clerk's desk, please.
This Senate shall stand in recess till the call of the chair for the aforementioned committee meetings.
Body shall come to order. Next order of business will be report of committees. Mr. Clerk, please report.
There is no Rules Committee report. The Committee on Committees has met and referred the following bills to Health Services, Senate Bill 147, to State and Local Government, Senate Bill 142.
Does that conclude your report?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. So, next thing we have is motions, petitions, resolutions, communications, and announcements. Senator from Taylor.
You can make a couple motions, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Bill 224 and Senate Bill 225 be taken from the State and Local Government Committee, given their first reading, and returned to the State and Local Government Committee.
Without objection, Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report Senate Bill 224 to be followed by Senate Bill 225.
Senate Bill 224, an act relating to land use, Senator Mills. Senate Bill 225, an act relating to regulation of residential construction, Senator Mills.
Let the journal reflect that Senate Bill 224, Senate Bill 225 have both been taken from the State and Local Government Committee, given their first readings, and returned to the State and Local Government Committee. Senator from Taylor, you have another motion.
Mr. President, I do. I move that Senate Bill 100 be taken from the Committee on Natural Resources and Energy, given its second reading, and returned to the Committee on Natural Resources and Energy.
Without objection, Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report Senate Bill 100.
Senate Bill 100, an act relating to the Energy Planning and Inventory Commission and declaring an emergency, Senator Mills.
Let the journal reflect that Senate Bill 100 has been taken from Natural Resources and Energy, given its first reading, and returned to Natural Resources and Energy. Continuing on in the order of business of motions, petitions, resolutions, communications, and announcements, Chair would recognize Senator from Christian.
Thank you, Mr. President. Could you have the clerk read Senate Resolution 121, please, by title only?
Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report Senate Resolution 121 by title only.
Senate Resolution 121, a resolution recognizing the tremendous bravery and skill of the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, the Airborne, of the United States Army, known as the Night Stalkers.
Senator from Christian.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to speak on this resolution. This one hits close to home. As many know, being the honor of mine to represent Christian County, Fort Campbell's almost literally right in my backyard. And growing up, I wanted to be one of two things. I wanted to be one of these helicopter pilots or a state trooper. I don't know what happened, but I chose sales and law, and so I'm sorry for that. But growing up in Christian County, Kentucky, it was very common every day. We would see these helicopters, little birds, Chinooks, Blackhawks fly over. And the extraordinary skill that these pilots had, not just during the day, but most importantly at night, as they're one of the few units that has mastered the art of piloting these aircraft, these magnificent aircraft with night vision into some of the most dangerous terrain and hostile territories in the world. Their legend, even though they are a special forces unit, their legend is often unrecorded, undocumented, and we don't know much about what they do. Every now and then we see about it in movies and made famous in the Bin Laden raid and this and that. And recently, this year, we got a glimpse into what this bravery consists of. When this unit was able to take special operators into Venezuela to extract the dictator Maduro and bring him to justice here in the United States. I think the senator from Callaway is going to speak on some specific bravery in that very mission in just a moment. But I want to thank this body as we move for the adoption of this resolution today for their support. These are men and women that dedicate their lives to the 160th to fly some of our most talented and gifted operators throughout the world into the most hostile and dangerous territories. Their motto is, "Night Stalkers don't quit." And they exemplify that day in and day out. Ironically, I've had two incredible role models in my life. One through Boy Scouts, who was a Chinook pilot, and my current Sunday school teacher is a retired 160th Chinook pilot. They're phenomenal individuals. They represent our country well. And most importantly, being residents of Christian County, Kentucky, they represent our Commonwealth well. And so, if there are no further questions on this, and I do move for adoption of Senate Resolution 121 and thanking them for their bravery.
The matter for the body is adoption of the resolution. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Senator from Callaway.
Can you please have the clerk report Senate Resolution 142, please?
Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report Senate Resolution
By title
142
only.
by title only.
Senate Resolution 142, a resolution commending the valor of Chief Warrant Officer 5 Eric A. Slover for demonstrating gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond the call of duty while serving his country in the U.S. Army, and honoring him as a recipient of the Medal of Honor.
Senator from Callaway.
Speak briefly on the resolution, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Chief Warrant Officer Eric Slover did things that some of us could never imagine doing. I'd like to think that I was ever be brave enough or strong enough to handle myself in the way that he handled himself during this operation. And I know quite candidly and honestly that I would fall far short of this. The mission was called Absolute Resolve, and I think it's really appropriate for Chief Warrant Officer Slover and how he handled himself on that operation. 15 rounds of armor-piercing ammunition comes into that cockpit, 4 striking him in the leg. For those who need a little primer, we fly helicopters with our feet. And to be able to maintain his cool, maintain his focus with that kind of pain, bleeding out like that, and to keep the situational awareness, to recognize threats to his unit as flight lead, to pick that helicopter up, move that door gunner around to neutralize the threats to his ship and to the men on it, is something that I could dream of doing when I was a little boy, but I can't imagine doing as an adult. We all owe a debt of gratitude to Chief Warrant Officer Slover and all the men and women that serve our country in the 160th and elsewhere for all that they do to keep us safe and keep us away from harm. And I would like to move for adoption of Senate Bill 142. Resolution 142.
The matter for the body is adoption of the resolution. Senator from Shelby, are you seeking recognition on either one of these? Or you have another one? Okay. Senator from Shelby.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just speak on both resolutions, actually. The Night Stalkers, the men of the 160th, I think it's important to note that they actually are the best helicopter pilots that America has to offer. If you ever find yourself lucky enough to serve and ride the back of one of those helicopters to and from a mission, you are amongst the top warriors that America has to offer as well. I've been in a lot of helicopters to and from the fight, and I'll tell you, those guys are the best. Anything with an MH in front of the helicopter, that means you're rolling with the right guys. They'll go anywhere to pick you up, and there's nothing better than that sound of a helicopter whop, 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 whop through the trees coming to your rescue, because I can tell you, it's quite a sound. I've witnessed it many times, and every time I'm getting chills here thinking about it today. But I know I have a lot of friends at the 160th, and I've had a lot of friends who were killed in combat. 2 helicopters have gone down in our history as in the Navy SEAL teams. Extortion 17 back in 2010, and the Lone Survivor crew back in 2005. And I had team members on both those. Some of them I trained with, going through BUDS training in my in my time. My swim buddy from my Buds class was actually killed on Extortion 17 with several of class members that I had. But we always talk about the SEALs and the Warriors and how brave they were. But we always kind of forget the guys that are taking them to and from the fight, who will go anywhere and pull you out of any crazy place, no matter where it is. So my hat's off to the 160th Night Stalkers, and I can't stress that enough of how important those fellows are in the fight. So I thank you, Mr. President.
The matter before the body is adoption of the resolution. Seeing no other person seeking recognition, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed. Resolution is adopted. Senator from Pulaski.
Announcement,
Please
Mr.
proceed.
President. Members, I'd like to remind you, everyone, that the Kentucky Wholesale Distributors Association will be hosting their annual legislative lunch tomorrow from 11 to 1:30. Be there to eat a bologna sandwich and plenty of candy bars. So get there before some of the bigger ones of us get there. Thank you.
Members, please take note, smaller ones especially. Senator from Grayson.
Announcement, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
The Health Services Committee will meet tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. We have 4 bills on our agenda, so encourage everyone to please be on time and so we can get through the agenda. Thank you.
Senator from Callaway, are you seeking further recognition?
Yes, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
Communicate with the body.
Please proceed.
The Kentucky Farm Bureau will be having their reception tonight from 5 to 8 at the Frankfort Country Club with refreshments that'll be a lot more healthy than the senator from Pulaski's.
Senator Perry.
Mr. President, I rise for an announcement.
Please continue.
Natural Resources will meet tomorrow in room 129 at 10 o'clock. So we ask
Members of Natural Resources, please take note. Senator from Jessamine.
Announcement, Mr. President.
Please continue.
Mr. President, the Government Contracts Committee will meet today upon adjournment of both chambers in room 129.
Members of Government Contracts, please take note. Senator from Bullitt.
Announcement, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
The Senate, State, and Local Government will meet tomorrow at 11 a.m., and the first part of it will be a joint meeting with the House. Thank you.
Members, please take note. Senator from Bell.
Thank you, Mr. President. Announcement, please.
Please continue.
The Kentucky nonprofit is also having a luncheon tomorrow and urged everyone to come, and they're also going to have a little program about some of their bill that they have going on right now. So we encourage everyone to attend. Thank you.
Senator from Marion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Announcement.
Please continue.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Transportation Committee will meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., room 131. Encourage all my members to be there.
Any other members seeking recognition? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, we will go to introduction of floor amendments. Do you have any?
I'll tell you in a minute. Sorry about that. I still had the resolution pulled up. Yes, we have a couple.
Please report.
Senate Floor Amendment 1 to Senate Bill 65, Senator West. Senate Floor Amendment 1 to Senate Bill 66 with Senate Committee Sub 1, Senator Storm. Senate Floor Amendment 1 to Senate Bill 333, Senator Storm.
Does that conclude your report on that?
It does.
Do you have any newly filed resolutions?
I do. I have 2.
Please report those 2.
Senate Resolution 157, a resolution adjourning the Senate in honor and loving memory of Caroline Whitlock Mudd, Senator Higdon. Senate Resolution 158, resolution honoring former Senator Paul Hornback for receiving the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service Thomas Poe Cooper Farm Leadership Award, Senator Howell.
Does that conclude your report?
It does.
Thank you, Mr. President. Or Mr. Clerk. Last order of business is adjournment. Prior to that, are there any members seeking recognition? Seeing none. Senator Taylor, do you have a motion?
Mr. President, I do. I move that the Senate adjourn until 2 p.m. Wednesday, March the 11th, 2026, year of our Lord.
Without objection, this Senate shall stand adjourned at the hour of 2 p.m. Wednesday, March 11th, 2000.